So this is the American CLS Animal. It's a pretty much a commercial machine here. And I had a problem. Well, I shouldn't call it a problem. I should call it a minor inconvenience. And I should really only say that it's a minor inconvenience for me due to the type of ground that I have this splitter normally sitting on. Over in my wood yard, you know I have mulch, and it makes it quite difficult for this thing to be moved around. You know that the hitch is up front here, and I've got a conveyor. If the conveyor wasn't there, this wouldn't be an issue because I could just pull it to where I need it. But since I can't pull this up to the conveyor, obviously the conveyor needs to run here, I needed to come up with a solution. If I were on pavement or hard packed ground, it wouldn't be an issue. You could just manhandle this thing around. I mean, it's not screaming heavy. It's, you know, it's got some beef to it, but it's not screaming heavy. You'd be able to maneuver it by hand. But since I'm on mulch, I can't do that. So my solution is to take this hitch out and mount it in the rear. Now this didn't come with this little hitch on here. I just went to the hardware store and bought this and welded it on the bottom of the I-beam. Then you just take your hitch pin and struggle to put it in. Just kidding. So now I should be able to grab this with the tractor and just back it right up to the conveyor. I should say, this machine is not weighted properly to pull from this side, so if you're gonna be doing any towing or anything like that, this is not the correct way to tow it if you decide to add something on here. There's not enough tongue weight to tow it this way. It wouldn't tow well. I would not recommend it. But for just moving it away from the conveyor and up to the conveyor, I think this is gonna be our solution. Let's give it a try. So we obviously need to lock this in. So it's hooked to the tractor, not going off road or not going on the highway, so we don't need chains. And then you need to take the drop leg, and what we'll do is just lower the drop leg all the way. Need to lower my 3-point. And just get this drop leg out of the way so there's no accidents. Just flip it up. So now I should be able to just back this thing right up to the conveyor and pull the tractor away. So that worked out perfect. Now I've got the splitting out feed table where it needs to be on the conveyor. Way better than last time. I'm gonna chalk the wheels so hopefully they don't move. We'll set up the stand and we'll be ready to split. I mean, that took me about like, I don't know, maybe a minute to do. And if you guys saw the first video of me trying to set this thing up, I mean, that took me 30-ish minutes to do. So I'm gonna call that a huge win. Let's get to splitting. So I think today what we're gonna struggle with is these huge rounds, which this one looks pretty dry already. It's pretty checked. We'll see. It's heavy though, holy cow. All right, we're loaded. You gotta be super careful when you're running these big ones. All right, I'm gonna take the 4-way off, just split it in half. So this wedge is 14 inches. There's probably another 10 to 12 above it, and this is the short side of the log, so it's pretty big. Shouldn't have any issue splitting it though. Yep, just like that. I'll try to get this one back onto the table, the log lift. And this one should slide right on the table they've got here. Let's see. Yep. Tilt it right back over. There we go. I'm gonna put the 4-way on and see what happens here. you're wondering how much the log lift can lift, probably more than you could put on it. Look at that. All right, this is going to be nice and easy, does it? These pieces on my side will be heavy or light enough I can lift. So let's stitch those over here. Oh. All right, that worked. How are we looking over here? Not bad, probably one more. So this is only 3 rounds. I've only put 3 rounds through this splitter and got almost a full basket out of 3 rounds. But they're big. They're big, big, big. See if we can do some strategic stacking to prevent it falling out. If you set yourself up for success on the open side, you're not going to lose as much. Just got to watch your fingers when things are falling out like that. All right, let's see if we can fit one more medium round in here, get it to heap up. All right, we did pretty good there. That was that last round. Get everything inside the basket here. All right, let's put it in the storage area. Four-wheel drive. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we went over. Almost went over, I should say. I should really put the weight on the back of the tractor. So we fixed one minor issue I had with that rear trailer jack, and now we're gonna fix something else. Now, this isn't really a problem, it's just the fact that I can't get my head straight and get these right. So what I'm thinking about doing is flipping this lever that is for the wedge lift to make it backwards. That way I know the one that's in the rear is the wedge lift, and the one that is in the front here is going to be the log lift. I don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to make it better or worse, or it's just going to do nothing for me, but we're going to flip it and see what happens. Yeah, it's not going to work. Alright, let's try this. I had an extra handle kicking around and I bent it. Why won't this go in here? It's the wrong size? Seriously? Oh man, it's not even the right handle. I have another handle, but I wonder if it's the same one as this. All right, the other handle I have is the same one as that one. It's not going to work, so I fully committed and put a bend in this. So now it should sit differently than the original one, in theory. Let's see what that does. Might help a little bit. Theodore, come here. Come here. Come here. Come say hello. What are you doing out here? How was your nap? Huh? It's a good nap? You got schmutz in your ear. What is all that? You been rubbing up against stuff? Ugh. So I'm going to grab some of these medium-sized rounds, and what I call medium-sized rounds are probably still pretty huge to what most people are used to splitting. We'll throw them through the 4-way. Throw you guys in a time lapse. Enjoy. Well guys, we got another basket done, so not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. I don't know if you guys saw me on that one log. That is not hardwood. It was barkless when it came in, so I don't really know. It's either cottonwood or a willow. It's super soft and super wet and is really smelly. So if you're ever splitting wood that you don't know what it is and it starts to really stink, it's probably cottonwood and it's no good for firewood. Takes a really long time to dry out and doesn't burn very well. So you saw me toss that one aside. There's a couple more pieces that match it. I assume from the same tree. I texted my tree guy and said, what the heck? He's called me twice now. So I'm gonna call him back. That's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and stuff like that too. Hit the like button while you're at it. Thanks, see ya.